Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back once again in my class. How are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine at your home. My dear students, in the previous video, we have revised our lesson 1, The Flint. I hope you all have learned the poem. This poem was written by Christina Rossetti. She was an English poet and she composed a variety of romantic as well as children's poems. Her famous work include From Sunset to Starrise and Dreamland. My dear students, very important that the poem The Flint is written by an English poet, Christina Rossetti. Now, next thing, the meaning of flint is a kind of hard grey rock that can start a fire when rubbed against something rough. And the meaning of desire is wish. At last, the meaning of fiery is bright. Fiery is bright. My dear students, here you can see I have also given you points of remember that this poem The Flint was written by an English poet, Christina Rossetti, and we know that an emerald is as green as grass and the color of ruby is red. The sapphire shines as blue as heaven. A flint lies in the mud. A diamond is a brilliant stone to catch the world's desire. An opal holds a fiery spark, but a flint holds fire. My dear students, this is very important. Don't be confused. Here we know that an emerald is as green as grass. Not other stones, only emerald, and ruby is red. Ruby is red. The color of ruby is red. The sapphire shines as blue as heaven, and the flint lies in the where in mud. A flint lies in the mud, and a diamond is a brilliant stone. A diamond is a brilliant stone to catch the world's desire. To catch the world's desire. Now, an opal holds a fiery spark. Only opal holds a fiery spark, but flint holds fire. Flint holds fire. This is very important. Now, at last, I have given you the homework. Answer these questions with reference to the context. I hope you all have tried at your home to solve these questions. I hope you all have done. Now, we are going to discuss these questions referring to the context. First one is a flint lies in the mud. Here, my dear students, what is a flint? What is a flint? Your second question, which other stones are introduced by the poet before the flint in the poem? Third, C question, name the colors used by the poet to describe the precious stones. Question number 2, but a flint holds fire. Here your question is, what does the diamond do to the world? Question B, are these stones special to the poet? If yes, then give the reason. And here, is there anything extraordinary about the flint? My dear students, these were your questions I have given you for your homework. I hope you all have tried at your home to solve it and you have also learned it. Now we are going to solve this question answer again. Here your question is, what is a flint? We know that, my dear students, flint, it is a hard grey rock that can start a fire when rubbed against something rough. Flint is a hard grey rock that can start a fire when rubbed against something rough. Your question B was, which other stones are introduced by the poet before the flint in the poem? So, my dear student, you can see your answer. The other stones introduced by the poet before the flint in the poem are as follows. What are they? You know that emerald, ruby and sapphire. Emerald, ruby and sapphire. Now your question number C. Name the colors used by the poet to describe the precious stone. You have to name the colors which was used by the poet to describe the precious stones. So here is your answer. The colors which are used by the poet to describe the precious stones are green for emerald, red for ruby, and blue for sapphire. I am repeating once again. Green for emerald, red for ruby, and blue for sapphire. Now B. Question B. But a flint holds fire. But a flint holds fire. Here, what does the diamond do to the world? What does the diamond do to the world? A diamond catches the world's desire. This is diamond. A diamond catches the world's desire. What does the diamond do to the world? A diamond catches the world's desire. Now B. Are these stones, question number B, are these stones special to the poet? Give reason. Your answer is, my dear students, every stone is special to the poet, as each stone has a special quality. Here you know that every stone, whether it is green means emerald, red for ruby, or blue for sapphire, every stone has a special quality. We know that emerald is green, diamond catches the world's desire, opal holds sapphire is spark, and flint holds fire. And we know that every stone is special to the poet, as each stone has a special quality, as emerald is green, diamond catches the world desire, opal holds sapphire is spark, and flint holds fire. That is why every stones are special to the poet. Now the last question C. Is there anything extraordinary about flint? Is there anything extraordinary about the flint? If here is anything extraordinary about the flint, what was that? Here your answer is, the flint has a property to produce fire. This is the special, and you can see this is extraordinary quality. This is extraordinary quality about the flint, that the flint has a property to produce fire. When the flint rubbed against something hard, the flint has a property to produce fire when rubbed against something hard. Now it's time for your homework. Your homework is answer these questions. My dear students, please pay attention. Here your first question is, in the poem, means in the flint poem, in the poem, what is as green as grass? Question 2. Why is a ruby compared to blood? Question 3. What do you think a flint? Why do you think a flint lies in the mud? And your question 4. According to the poet, what does the words desire? My dear students, I wish and I hope if you will read your poem The Flint once again, definitely you will get your answer very easily. I hope you all will learn your poem as well as you all will do your homework at your home. I'm going to stop here. Thank you so much. God bless you.